Good afternoon, YouTube. Joel again from the CryptoByte team, and today I'm here to talk to you guys about the cryptocurrency Neo. Now, at rank date, this coin is quite popular, and it's got a current price of $122.50. So it is quite an expensive coin, but with a total supply of 100 million, it's not too bad considering it is already a popular coin. And we can see over here that there is a massive pump in price from December, which means this coin got really popular really fast. And I'll explain why by looking at the white paper and giving you a bit of information on what it does. And I'll also be throwing in my opinions here and there across this video with a little bit of a price analysis at the end, so definitely stick your way through. Alright, so let's get into it. This is Neo's white paper, and for those who don't know what a white paper is, it's basically something created by the developers of this coin that tells you all about what it does and what it's supposed to do. So it's definitely not going to be false anywhere down the line. And just a little bit of information about Neo. Neo is basically the Chinese version of Ethereum, and some call it the Ethereum killer. Now, whether it is the Ethereum killer or not, we'll find out in future, but it definitely has the means to do so and the technology. Neo and Ethereum are effectively the same in a sense that they both employ digital assets along with a digital identity and smart contracts to develop like a sort of an economy online. And they like to call themselves the smart economy, which is quite a good name for the three. And I'll just describe what the digital assets, digital identity, and the smart contracts do. To put it simply, the digital assets are, as mentioned here, digital assets are programmable assets that exist in the form of electronic data. So this pretty much says anything like a Facebook page, a picture on the internet, or just any kind of thing that exists on the Internet of Things that is programmable, sorry, has a piece of code to it in a sense, it is a digital asset. So just a good example of this, and as a gamer, I love to use this example, a gamer account. So you play a game and you have an account for this game, and you believe it's got a high value. That account itself is a digital asset because it's your account and it exists digitally online. Cool. So that's generally what a digital asset is, and for Neo, digital assets pretty much what needs to exist for Neo to make trades and help Neo achieve the smart economy. So basically, in an economy, goods that can be traded are the same version of what Neo would like to trade in a digital sense online. Hopefully I explained that well. But cool, so the digital identity. Now, the digital identity refers to the identity of information of individuals and organizations that exist in electronic form. So you can think of it kind of like as an electronic passport, and it helps you be identified. So it makes it gives you that know your customer basis, know the person who's buying your product, and also you're gonna know the person you're buying off. So it's quite good in a sense to gain some of that online trust, although you don't really need it. It's good to have it because it gives you if you're making trades without gas, you'll most likely get I'll talk about that later in the video. So what is a smart contract? So smart contracts are first proposed by Nick Szabo in the 90s, so that was a long time ago. And pretty much what a smart contract is, I actually have a page here that describes it perfectly. So this quote here actually describes what a smart contract is pretty well, and it says a smart contract is a computerized transaction protocol that executes the term of a contract. So this basically refers to well, it's comparing the digital contract to a real world contract where the contract can't be satisfied unless if everything within the contract is set off. So for example, you make a contract with someone in real life that you'll fix their deck in exchange for $200. And once the deck is complete, the dude will pay $200, and then bang, the contract is complete. And so this is kind of what the digital contract is, but with a script. And when I say script, I mean because the general objective are to satisfy common contractual conditions. So you basically have to tick things off on the contract as you go down to fully complete the contract. So another example from CoinSutra would be a vending machine example where you put $10 in the vending machine, it triggers, that's the first tick on the contract pretty much. Then you select what you want from the vending machine, so you press the numbers in. That's the second tick in the contract. And then the third condition is done by the vending machine itself, where an if statement is complete for those Java developers out there. Then the machine just pushes the food out and the contract is complete. So that is an example with a tangible kind of it's a tangible example with physical presence. But let's talk about something that most likely will be implemented on a blockchain with actual digital assets. So as I mentioned before, a digital asset can be considered as a game account. And so game account trading is a thing, but it's not very safe. And so with a smart economy provided by Neo and Ethereum, the smart contracts can help us safely trade accounts online in exchange for currency, cryptocurrency, I should say. And pretty much, so the example would be on a blockchain trading platform we could trade an account by someone putting their account in, and then the contract would be developed in which a person would need to pay the guy the currency that he would like, or and the amount he wants, and then once that is complete, the account is then sent through, and that's pretty much as simple as that. That's for the smart contracts, and now let's go check out DApps. DApps refer to decentralized applications. So this refers to all the applications that exist on the Neo blockchain. And so on in front of us on this website, we've got all the services so far and present listed, and they're all kind of listed in terms of the market cap, so which has the most value. And just looking at number one, we've got Neo, and in number two we have Gas. Now, Gas is pretty much something you get from Neo because Neo is a proof of stake coin, and basically you staking Neo will get you Gas. And so I think when you get Gas, you'll most likely end up. Sorry, when you get Neo, you'll most likely end up with a bit of gas here and there. And so going down, just looking at number 5, I want to bring you guys to number 5. It's called the Trinity Network, and I'll talk about that because I've got the white paper all set up just right here. So as stated by the Trinity white paper, it's an off-chain scaling solution for Neo. Now when I say off-chain, I'm referring to the network existing not on the Neo's DApps platform, but it heavily interacts with it. And when I say scaling solution as well, it means Neo's current blockchain and present, it has limitations with hardware, bandwidth, node number, node distribution, and all sorts of other technical issues that the current blockchain brings along with it. And so the Trinity network has come along and it's aiming to solve these solutions that the network provides. And just a little bit of background with the blockchain, because I love what it states here. The birth of the blockchain marks the beginning of establishing a truly trustable internet, and that is so true. Before the blockchain and all these smart economy currencies, there was no smart contracts, no digital identity. So trading digital goods online was not very safe. You could easily get scammed. So for an example, you were trading an account and you could only, without a middleman, you would tell a guy, I want to sell you my account for $100. The guy agrees. He sells you he gives you $100, sorry. You give him your account, and then he does a payback or transfer back on PayPal where the money gets taken and you pretty much lose your money, and he's also got your account. And so you've just got scammed. And so DApps and smart contracts and the cryptocurrency in general, it removes the potential for scams like this to happen, because obviously PayPal won't be used as a medium of exchange. And so that brings us to my next point, which blockchain really decentralizes corporations. So banks, even Facebook as a digital identity, form of digital identity is kind of decentralized on these Neo networks, and I think it's great. And so with Neo itself, Neo is with its Trinity network, it acts as a scaling solution for Neo. So basically, Neo can be upgraded and have the chance to meet the potential that other blockchains are reaching. So for example, the Lightning Network for Bitcoin, the Lightning Network has decreased transaction times and decreased transaction fees for trading Bitcoins, and the Trinity Network is exactly the same thing for Neo. Not exactly reducing transaction fees or anything like that, but it definitely is a solution where Neo can grow, and the potential is almost limitless in what can come in the future. So coming back to the Neo price analysis, I just want to talk about Neo and its potential for the future, along with my opinions on what its price is going to be. So as we were just talking about the Trinity network, because there's a lot of new things that especially solving the scalability issues that Neo has, especially with the original blockchain technology with the off-chain solution, we can assume that Neo is going to keep growing, and there's almost limitless potential in terms of the DApps that it can come with, and help grow this Neo economy, the smart economy. And so I just want to talk about this the resistance here, because in January there was a huge dip. Most coins all after the December pump, most coins during January all corrected back to their original prices, or at least to a price close to it. But Neo actually didn't really dip at all. It in the January dip, it only dipped to 130 from a 160, and then it went up right after it dipped to 160. Everyone decided to buy it while it was on sale, and then there was a bit of a correction where it went down to 80 just recently in February, but it has gone up again, and I do believe there's going to be a lot of resistance, especially around the $80 line, where a lot of people will try and snap it up while it's down in price, and the potential prices for future, I think it could easily reach around $300 by the end of this year. I mean, take my advice. This is my opinion, so I don't recommend you buying it just on hearing what I'm saying. But there's a high chance, especially once this year's December pump hits, that there will be Neo reaching 300, maybe even more, maybe even 500. And this is all because Neo has high potential for the future. It's the Chinese version of Ethereum, and it's also been called the Ethereum killer. And Ethereum right now, even though it is more popular and more mature, it's worth around $900, and Neo it's still kind of new. It's only worth 100, and it's practically the same thing as Ethereum. So there's a lot of potential for this coin to reach even 900 in like a couple of years from now. So definitely keep your eye out at this coin if you want to get some of those big profits. That's all for today. Definitely leave a comment and like and subscribe if you like the things that you heard. If you have any issues with the content, definitely leave a comment below and we'll try and figure out what went wrong. And that's all for today, guys. So, cheers.